Sneak into the kitchen. I grab a big, huge chocolate milk, a glass of chocolate milk. What do we drink? What is that?
Fairlife.
Fairlife, chocolate milk. Maybe 16 to 20 ounces of that. And then I maybe stack up 2, 3, 4, or usually about 6 chocolate chip or oatmeal raisin cookies. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Top Line Lifestyle, where today I'm going to be talking about cookies and consequences. But before we get into today's show, I wanted to say that this was a great week at Top Line. It was a Thanksgiving week. We just wrapped up the holiday week, kind of a good vibe going around Top Line. Everybody's in the holiday spirit. It was a great time. We did a huge fundraiser donation to help out the homeless people in Milwaukee, and we had a lot of great feedback. A lot of people that donated some money or donated some goods, so we wanted to thank you guys for that. It was awesome. But what also comes with a wonderful holiday weekend comes a lot of holiday treats and calories and things like cookies and candies and cakes. And today that's the topic of the show. So I wanted to get into that real quick. But again, if you guys don't know me, my name is Brett Summers, strength and conditioning coach at Top Line Gym in Glendale, Wisconsin. And I'm excited to talk to you guys today about cookies because it's one of my favorite things, one of my favorite subjects. But first I want to tell you a little story. So over the last 3.5, 4 weeks, I have been dealing with an elbow kind of an injury, but more along the lines of elbow tendonitis, kind of just an old age thing. But it's more of an overuse thing because we've been moving stuff around the gym 2 or 3 different times. We moved the entire gym, plus hard training and hard workouts. And when I got the elbow tendonitis, I had to retreat on all of my strength training with my upper body, which for me is really hard. So kind of, I would say depressed me, but I think subconsciously it left a little void that I tried to fill through some late night cookies and treats to maybe stress eat, or what was Brenner calling earlier, comfort food? Little comfort food. So every night, maybe 10:30, 11:30, maybe 12, depending on how much we've been doing that day, sneak into the kitchen. I grab a big, huge chocolate milk, a glass of chocolate milk. What do we drink? What is that?
Fairlife.
Fairlife, chocolate milk. Maybe 16 to 20 ounces of that. And then I maybe stack up 2, 3, 4, or usually about 6 chocolate chip or oatmeal raisin cookies. Even made Diz one night run out to Sendix with me before the Sendix closed. I think it was about 8:52, 8:55.
And we just made it to buy cookies.
And we just made it in there to sneak in there and pick up some cookies. And I kind of hunker down and flip open Netflix. And I've been watching The Blacklist late at night. You ever seen that show?
No.
Okay. I only watch about 2 minutes because I go into an instant sugar coma. But again, today's topic of the show is cookies and consequences. So all those cookies I've been eating haven't come without consequences, much like a lot of you out there who just ended up having some consequences after all your holiday caloric intake. So when you wake up in the morning, what types of consequences would chocolate chip cookies and chocolate milk at 12 o'clock at night result in? Well, first and foremost, it's really hard to wake up in the morning once you've had a bunch of sugar and empty calories late at night. It makes your brain a little groggy, a little cloudy. It's hard to get up and get rolling and get rocking. So that's consequence number one. The second consequence would definitely be a little bit of a stomach ache when you wake up in the morning after pounding, probably about 1,500 to 2,000 calories worth of cookies. So that's a consequence that you don't necessarily want. And one of the third ones would be bloating. So your stomach hurts, but you're also a little bloated. So the jeans or whatever else you're wearing don't fit so good. And I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about those consequences. So in life, oftentimes we do something and the initial consequence is good, right? We eat the cookies at night. Oh, it feels good. I haven't been able to train, so at least I got something to look forward to. I'm going to have some cookies at night. You feel good in the moment while you're eating it. maybe like you guys felt on Thursday last week when you were pigging out on some pies and some stuffing and turkey and all that good stuff. But you feel good in the moment, but you immediately kind of feel those consequences of feeling tired and lethargic and not feeling quite like yourself. So I feel like life oftentimes will make us have that trick question, right? We do something, we automatically feel good right away, but in the long run, those consequences aren't so good. And that happens with all sorts of different things. Like that at work, it might feel good to pass the blame off on somebody for not getting something done, but in the long run, then that thing never gets done, the problem never gets fixed, and you end up having to take the blame in the long run anyway. So sometimes those first consequences that we feel are good, like skipping the workout. Let's take that for example. You get off of work, it's dark, it's cloudy, it's November, December, and it's dark and you're tired and you had a long day and you go, I'm gonna skip my workout. So you get to go home, you get to lay on the couch. Well, there's consequences to that right off the bat because you're not doing anything. You're putting a groove into your couch, so you're wearing down your furniture because you're sitting on it too long. And the next day you're upset with yourself because you don't like the way that your body looks and feels. So again, those consequences are always felt, whether it's cookies or in any area of life. You got to think a little bit further down the road beyond the initial decision to what other ramifications you might feel. And I would like to say, to add to that, personal self-discipline is what we get rewarded for. So if we discipline ourselves on those first things and say, man, I don't really think that I should skip my workout today. I should probably go get that workout in, even though I'm tired and it's going to take time. It's going to be hard in the initial, but it's going to be better off in the long run. Same thing when it comes to this kind of stuff. If I maybe would have thought about how hard it would have been to wake up and how my pants would have fit a little bit tighter in the morning and how my stomach would have hurt for about 6 hours in the morning, I may have reconsidered a little bit before I stuffed my face with those. So that's what we get rewarded for, self-discipline, and that's what we help you guys do at Top Line. So when you guys are trying to get into a healthier lifestyle and you're trying to quit eating the cookies and you're trying to start exercising on a consistent basis, that is what we do here as coaches and leaders. We're trying to encourage you, we're trying to text you, we're trying to hold you accountable, and we're trying to show you the direct path from A to B rather than zigzagging back and forth. So if any of you guys out there are trying to get in shape, you're trying to live that top line lifestyle, which is all about being in high energy, thinking clearly, feeling confident, getting things done, and being in fighting shape all the time, I highly encourage you guys to go to toplinegym.com. We're starting off our Cyber Monday and our holiday pricing that we have going on from now till Christmas. It won't be Black Friday, but it's going to be pretty darn close. So we've got different memberships all the way from a severely discounted open gym membership that's only $40 for the first month to our 2020 trial offer, which is $20 for 20 days at Top Line to experience what we have to offer here. Get your feet wet and get you started on that course in 20 days towards the healthier lifestyle so you can go into 2020 feeling like a champion.